You saw the title of the video, and that is exactly what it is. In my entire life on the internet, I've never seen something that is so heart-touching like this before. This happened to a girl at the age of 12, and she decided to share a story on medium.com, and I also decided to help her share it on youtube.com. The purpose of sharing this video is not to make jest of anyone or disrespect. The purpose of sharing this video is because I felt her pain and I decided to share with a lot of people in order to prevent things like this from happening to a lot of people. So do me a favor, like this video so that YouTube can recommend this video to a lot of people. So without wasting our time, let's head over to medium.com so we can see the inside view of this story. This is a story that happened to somebody with the nickname Letters to God, and she shared her story on medium.com, and I want to share with a lot of people. The title of the article is exactly what you saw in the title of this video. So why did you touch me? I said, waking up to see Ben's fingers inside my private part. So let's see the inside view of the story. My name is Melissa, and I'm about to tell you my story. Growing up, I lived with a lot of boys. I also had boys neighbors, so our compound was always lively. It made me glad as I knew I would have people defend me when something came up, so I thought. Ben was my brother's closest friend. He also lived in the same neighborhood and our backyards were connected. We could go into each other's house without having to knock. It started on a Monday when I heard Ben call out my brother's name from the window at about 1 a.m. I was barely asleep as I had just gotten a new phone, keeping me company till about 3 a.m. Larry, abeg come, open your backyard door, Ben said. Calling out my brother's name, I was pissed and I immediately yelled and told my brother not to open it or I would report him to my parents. He left that night and didn't say anything the following day. Everything seemed normal to him, so making a big deal out of it was unnecessary. 2 months after that incident, I fell asleep and felt someone's hand on me. I thought it was a dream, but someone was lying beside me when I woke up. It was pretty dark, so I tried to use my hands to figure out who it was. My hand raced across the person's hair. Noticing bushy hair, all my brothers were bowed, so it was hard figuring out who it was. I tried to trace my phone on the bed, and I put on the flashlight when I found it. It was Ben. He was sleeping close to me by 6 a.m. How did he get inside? I thought, because it was pretty obvious everyone was still asleep and the doors were still locked. I tapped him and he yawned. It was then I knew he wasn't sleeping. It wasn't the kind that came from someone who had just woken up. Why are you here? I asked, still trying to remain calm. I was looking for Larry. I don't know how I slept off, Ben said, and he quickly left the room. I went to the toilet and I saw blood on my pants. I was 12, so I wasn't quite sure what it meant. I knew it wasn't period stains as I had just finished my period a week before. I googled it and the first thing that came up was I laughed until tears rolled down my eyes. I wasn't sure Ben slept with me, but I knew something was off. I just knew. The last time he came, I was lucky enough to catch him. He came into the room at about 3 a.m. I wasn't asleep, but my eyes were not open either. I heard someone trying to open the backyard door. I didn't know how the person would do it, but I heard a crack and realized someone had just opened the door from outside. So I knew it had to be Ben. He touched my face and made sure he pulled open my clothes and put his fingers in me. I opened my eyes and he pretended he was looking for something. Under my pants, with your hand inside of me, I said. He left immediately and I didn't say a word. I was dumbfounded. I told myself it would be okay and let my parents know what he did the following day. Days passed and I couldn't utter any words. I felt dirty. I told myself it was my fault for sleeping too deep. I cried, everything, and would always curse him. It was difficult to avoid him because we shared the same backyard. I finally summoned courage and told my parents. He denied it and went ahead to swear it didn't. My parents decided to put a lock in the room, but it didn't change the fact that I was molested. I would go to the bedroom every day, cry and curse him. I did that for years until God taught me the art of forgiving. It made me see beauty in men. It wasn't easy, but it walked me through it. 1 in 3 female victims of completed or attempted rape experience it for the first time between the ages of 11 and 17. This is a beautiful, heart-touching story. Do me a favor, like this video so this video can be recommended on YouTube. This is your first time, I want you to subscribe to my channel so we can share more interesting stories like this. Thank you for your time you spent watching my video.